Today's video is a comprehensive overview and comparison of the butterfly and the yo-yo strollers. First, you can see them both folded down, and I'll go into them in more detail in just a second. Neither of them stand on their own. The butterfly is technically 2.5 pounds heavier, but it doesn't feel much heavier to me. The yo-yo strap is definitely more comfortable than the butterfly one. When you collapse the butterfly one, the strap often gets stuck inside of it, which is super annoying. But in general, the strap is a lot smaller and less convenient. The yo-yo one is much more comfortable to carry. However, I almost never carry either one of them by the shoulder strap. I like to use the handlebar of the butterfly to carry that one, what's kind of sticking up at the top right here. You can see the shoulder is it's just really small, not comfortable to carry. The yo-yo one, it hangs down significantly lower. It's not up in your armpit. So strap-wise, I find it's a significantly better option if you do want a shoulder strap. The butterfly one is pretty useless. I do generally just carry it by that footrest like a handle, but you can then collapse the footrest in further, which you want to do if you're trying to make it as compact as possible, getting on an airplane or something like that. But also, if you do plan to use the shoulder strap, it's more comfortable to carry when that footrest is fully collapsed. As you can see here, the yo-yo is slightly smaller when folded, so if you are going to be taking it on an airplane often, it does have slightly smaller dimensions. Technically, they're both supposed to fit in the cabin, but that's not always the case, and the yo-yo one is much more likely to be allowed to go in that overhead bin. The butterfly is kind of on that cusp. So now for the unfolding. I really don't like unfolding the yo-yo. As you can see, it's going to take me a little bit of time just to do it. And I don't do it that often, so I know it would get better if I did it a ton. But the wheels will often get interlocked and stuck on each other. You can see it happening right now, which means it's not going to open. So you have to adjust all of the wheels, and then you're able to push it open. And then it works, but that part is so annoying. And then to collapse it, you have to reach under into the middle and pull this lever to get to it, which is, again, just a little more annoying. It's definitely a possibility to fold it. It's not that bad. Again, you get used to it, but absolutely a two-handed fold and unfold. And sometimes there's going to be annoying little things like the wheels in the way. Here, however, I'll show you how to open it when the wheels are not in the way. You can definitely do it quite a bit faster. So you just push down on the handlebars. That kind of opens at the beginning, and then it can kind of shake loose. You can pull it on that bottom part, and it will work. But again, that doesn't always happen. A lot of the times I find that the wheels do get in the way. The butterfly, on the other hand, is really easy. You just push these two buttons together and just kind of push it closed. I technically did it with one hand right there, but I do often use two hands just for that last little snap together. I can just kind of push it against the ground though and do it one-handed. And then to unfold, sometimes it gets a little stuck at the top and I have to do an extra little flick, but I just push those buttons again and kind of pull it up, and that's how it works unfolded. Comparing the two of them side by side, you can see that the handle is a little bit taller on the yo-yo and it's rounded. This is the first edition of the yo-yo though. So the handle is a foam bar, and there are only 3 differences between these two strollers, the first edition and the second edition of the yo-yo. One is that leatherette handlebar. The second is that it has better suspension, which to me is the biggest thing. And then the third is that when you're going from newborn to the regular stroller seat, you currently have to, on the first edition, you have to switch it with like a little screw, but you don't have to do that with the second. The harness and the buckles are also updated for that second version. So now to measure the distance from the bottom of the seat to the top headroom that a child could have. It's 23 inches in the yo-yo, and then in the butterfly, it's 25. The actual seat back of the butterfly, though, is significantly taller than the yo-yo, so I think it's more comfortable for a taller child as well. The other aspect about the seat is that the butterfly sits up quite a bit more. The yo-yo is naturally more reclined than the butterfly is, and that means that my toddler and the baby actually as well kind of pull forward to try to see more. It's less comfortable for them. They can't see as well outside. So here is how you recline the butterfly. You unsnap and then you just pull this down So it's really easy to do even when they are sleeping, which is lovely. And then this is how reclined it actually goes. So it's definitely not a full flat or anything like that, but it is a pretty nice recline. The Yoyo's is similar, except it's hidden underneath this flap, though I should point out right now that this one does have like parent storage on the back where the butterfly does not. So you have to go kind of under that and then move it over. And what I find odd is it kind of goes the wrong direction. It's not just like an easy pull down and pull up. You have to kind of maneuver it in different ways, but it does recline pretty well. So now to take a look at the baskets. So the Yoyo basket, the undercarriage, whatever you want to call that, is smaller and takes less weight. So you can only put 11 pounds of stuff and it is significantly smaller back there. The Butterflies is spring-loaded, is larger, and you can fit up to 27 pounds. So absolutely basket-wise, Butterfly wins hands down. But organization on the back of the stroller, it's the Yoyo. It's actually a pretty nice, deep, zippered pocket. And then to talk about accessories, they both have a rain cover, but the Butterfly comes with it automatically. And then the Yoyo does not have a footrest, a leg rest, but the Butterfly does, and it's built in, so it automatically comes with that. Weight limit wise, in Europe and a lot of the rest of the world, it's pretty similar. The Yoyo's 48 pounds and the Butterfly is 50. But for some reason in the US, they say that the weight limit is 40 pounds for the Yoyo. So if you have an older toddler or you plan on using it for longer or a larger baby, then the Butterfly might be the better option in terms of that. However, both of them are 6-month plus. So if you want a newborn option, you have the ability to add car seat adapters, and they both take the same kind of few car seats. But the Yoyo also has lay down newborn options. So you can add a newborn pack, which is what you see here, or a bassinet. So the newborn pack can fold with the stroller. It's kind of just a lay down newborn seat. And the bassinet is a flat bottom that goes on and off the stroller, but it cannot be folded with it on. So it's similar to like a larger stroller's bassinet. This is also a look at the baskets from the front. So you can see that the Butterfly one is a little bit bigger. Here's a comparison of the back wheels. The Butterfly wheel is a little bit larger as well, and then the baskets from the back. I don't like putting things in the front of the basket on either one, but the Yoyo's does have these bars that make it really difficult to do so. And then in terms of front wheels, they are both pretty similar. The Yoyo does come in different color options. You can buy different color packs. The Butterfly doesn't really have that kind of customization option. And then both of them can add a board on the back. They both have like a seated wheeled board that you can add. The Butterfly has a special one, or you can get an adapter now, which goes to the regular Bugaboo wheeled comfort board. And then the Yoyo also has one. So if you have an older child that wants to ride either standing or sitting on the back of the stroller, you have the option with both of these, which is really nice. They're both a pretty similar price point. And then the Yoyo also has the option for the Yoyo Connect, which I think is a fairly silly looking and difficult to maneuver idea. You can add an entire other stroller behind it, but you're pushing 2 strollers and it's super, super like long in front of you. I don't really think that that is worth much. I would rather just buy a little silly $20 adapter from Amazon and connect them side by side, which I've shown in a previous video. Okay, so final thoughts. If I had to buy them again, which would I buy? You probably will not be surprised. I did not hide my bias in this video, but I like the Butterfly better. And I asked my husband which he preferred, and he said, they're both fine, but hands down, if I have to grab one, I go for the Butterfly 100% of the time. The ability to easily fold and unfold it, the extra height, I just think it's more comfortable for our tall toddler. It's to me just a better stroller, and I really do like it a lot. But the Yoyo has some great options. The Yoyo and the Butterfly both have the same drawbacks to me in terms of just travel stroller, less suspension, less good wheels on big sidewalks, and then also I kind of kick both of them as I walk behind them, but that's pretty much it. Otherwise, I think they're both really great strollers, and I hope that this video was helpful in you choosing the best one for you.